This is Cambodia, 1975, and music is everywhere. It's on these streets that Arn Chorn Pond grew up, listening.
When I was a little boy in Cambodia, I was living in a temple. I was already a kind of homeless. We would sneak out to a movie theater and watch American war movie and Kung Fu. We hear music all the time. I heard rock and roll. Every morning when we get up, we heard all these songs. We heard about the war, but I didn't understand about war. Sometimes we heard the words Khmer Rouge, but it didn't mean anything to us.
As spring came, so did the soldiers. After years of fighting, the national government fell to the Khmer Rouge, a rebel group determined to transform Cambodia into an agrarian-based communist utopia.
I heard the truck and tanks on the highway. Khmer Rouge were cheering. They raised their guns and they screamed, "Peace is coming, peace is coming." That was the first time I felt that there was something wrong.
As the Khmer Rouge came to power, they began ordering everyone from the cities into the countryside, with the promise that they could return in a few days.
Thousands of people packed into the highway. I've never seen anything like that before. Along the highway, I started to see some dead people. Now I'm being taken away from my family among about 700 children. We were forced to work from 5 in the morning to midnight. Many times there were no foods for us, and they said that you don't work hard enough.
Soon it became clear that the temporary camps were permanent, and the Khmer Rouge began its program of systematic killing.
All of a sudden they wanted to start a music group because they don't want people to hear the screaming of the killing. And I raised my hand for the music. I knew that I have to play well for the Khmer Rouge. If I don't work hard, I would die. I thought my life couldn't even get worse than what I've seen. But as in 1979, when the Vietnamese invaded Cambodia, now no more music. Next for us, the Khmer Rouge have trucks full of guns.
Thousands of children like Arn, some as young as 8 years old, were forced to fight in the Khmer Rouge's war against Vietnam.
I just have to figure out how to shoot, otherwise I would die. I was countless battles and kids are dying all the time. You just have to continue to be vicious and make yourself numb to all of this, and you have to be a killer. I ran away from the line because I could not take it seeing those kids. I took off into the jungle.
After weeks of walking, Arn eventually made it to a refugee camp just over the Thai border, where he caught the attention of an American missionary named Peter Pond.
He was a worker and trying to rescue other kids, and I sort of clung to his neck. And the next morning he came back and trying to find me and brought some food. He kept coming back and see me, and he brought me to America.
Arn and 2 other Cambodian boys finally arrived in their new home, Jefferson, New Hampshire.
He's a crazy guy, Peter Pond. He took us to McDonald's first, and then I threw up. The next week after, it was 9th grade. It was a high school. The kids has no idea where we were from, and they start calling names and slur and all of these things that I never heard before. That time I was really angry all the time. I was suicidal, eventually ran away from home. I had an urge of telling my story, but I could not do it. My dad, he just said, you all must speak. If you speak out, the American kid would listen. That was really a turning point in a way for me internally. I think there's no other way for me to understand American kids or American kids to understand me. There's no other way.
Arn spoke to a packed audience of thousands at St. John the Divine and began a lifelong journey to tell his story. He started with Children of War, an organization dedicated to helping children overcome suffering from war and other traumas. After graduating college, Arn began to work with gang members in Lowell, Massachusetts, sharing his story and helping them share theirs.
I walk the street and find these Cambodian gang members. Many of them ended up in jail, and I visit them in jail and never give up on them like someone didn't give up on me. Though I learned that lesson.
In 1993, Arn returned to Cambodia. He found a changed country, but realized that the musical traditions he had learned, the instruments he played, had been lost. He found the master musicians destitute, living on the streets.
The war have destroyed the roots of life. So was the birth of Cambodian living arts. We found these few masters first, and then we could be able to connect this master to the young people.
Arn Chornpan is one of the most inspiring people that I've ever met. He's taken the adversity that happened to him and turned it into something really, really extraordinary and really beautiful. It was certainly an honor and a privilege for me to be trusted with those stories. So now the book is out, and there's a lot to talk about how it resonates today.
The trick is to connect, to find connection. Connection is relationship. Relationship is to share the story.
If we tell the stories from the past, we won't make those mistakes again.
We need contact somehow. It's healing, it's power, more than anything else I could think.